Was the CEO of UnitedHealth responsible for their harmful policies? I don't condone murder. But a CEO is absolutely responsible for the policies of the company that they are in charge of. I don't think that means he necessarily deserved to be killed, but the policies from United that he was in charge of absolutely killed many people, so I can understand being a bit dismissive. Yes, the CEO is ultimately ethically responsible for all the official policies of their company. If they are ignorant of those policies, they are incompetent. If they are opposed to those policies, they may resign or work to change them. The board doesn't set such details, the CEO and his team do. Yes, he's directly responsible for making those decisions. He is responsible for taking multi-million-dollar bonuses when children are being denied cancer treatment. He was an unethical twat who directly piloted a company that algorithmed people straight to death. They don't give a shit about us small people. Why the fuck should we care about them? He also takes home $9 million of our insurance premiums every year. That is $9 million worth of healthcare dollars that are just completely lost to the medical system. Everything rolls downhill. CEO either approves or sets the policies, same as at the company that you work at. The CEO literally decides all the policies. They are the boss. The board of directors is there on behalf of the shareholders. Their job is to make sure that management isn't fucking the shareholders over. There isn't a single person on a single board of a single health company that could tell you any of their reimbursement policies. It isn't their job. That is the CEO's job. The first thought that crossed my mind when I heard this was wondering how many lives that man had ended, driven by profit and a stroke of his pen. He got a taste of the medicine, no pun intended, that his company and other healthcare providers give to others. Shitty coverage for shitty events. Was Hitler a bad guy? He probably didn't actually directly turn on the gas at the concentration camps, and probably just worked at a policy level. Do you see how insane this question sounds? The CEO is complicit and could have chosen to work in a different industry. However, the CEO's death does not change anything. If the CEO doesn't maximize profits, the CEO is replaced by the board. If the board does not maximize profits, they are replaced by shareholders. If shareholders do not maximize profits, this company gets smaller and the other companies willing to play the game get larger. A player willing to optimize and play the game the best will always rise up. The system has to be improved. Insurance is a complex, financial instrument that the everyman is basically forced to buy without understanding. Prices are opaque. The supply of doctors is constrained. While training doctors is extremely expensive and healthcare workers are being burned out. Middlemen and administrative bloat plague every level. And we sell cures, but don't sufficiently incentivize or execute prevention. Yes, that's the CEO of every company's logic for why they get paid obscene amounts of money. Well, I'm the face of the company and am responsible for what happens under my leadership, so I deserve XXXX million dollars. Long answer, yes. Assassinating someone is awful, but the CEO is absolutely responsible for company-wide policy like this. You don't get to be a chief executive officer without being complicit in the company's actions. I think it's possible to have sympathy for the man and his family. I know the group he worked in at PwC and have a lot of respect for them. He was by all accounts a pretty humble and hardworking guy who rose through the ranks to succeed. There is a sad story here about complicity though. I expect, like many people, he simply went to work and didn't think about the implications if it meant the company made less money. Honestly, he would have likely been passed over if he did. What the company and the industry did and does is beyond reprehensible. They have blood on their hands and they are filth. Their role in our healthcare system is itself a cancer. I think it's telling how across political lines people are expressing contempt for UHG. They don't all have to die. Just enough to set an example. That might be the goal. We'll have to see if another one gets targeted soon. That's one way of saying you don't understand what a CEO is.